probably continue for some more time.
Okay, the market, by the way, has all of a sudden taken a bit of a dip. Now today's expiry as well. And of course, this is a new report in Financial Times that this student loan cancellation could really, trigger big inflation fears, and it could be $500 billion. Maybe that on margin has not helped. 17,625 is what you have on the Nifty. I think you have, if you go by the options data, because today's expiry, I think 17,600 has the highest put base. So looks like that level should be safe. It has open interest of 1 crore shares. So 17,650 now on the index for now. But let's see if sort of that level holds or not. For now, I think there's a bit of an intraday decline, which is clearly visible on the screen, and some stocks which are dragging the market now: SBI, HDFC, Kotak Mahindra Bank, ITC. But as I said, it could be purely expiry driven. As of now, Prashant, looks like maybe 17,600 should hold, going by the options data.
Oh, looks like it, Anand. So we'll see. There's 45 minutes to go for close, so things can come back very quickly. As I was saying, I mean, these moves are happening so fast on the Nifty. So before you know it, the market puts on 40-50 points, and it almost as if the dip never happened. We'll see. Already 25 points up after going absolutely flat day on day. So 17,630 is where we are at. Prakash, any thoughts at all on microfinance as a space? Names Bandhan, for example. There is Satin, Spandana, for example. Many are turning quite bullish on the space. On the other hand, there are those who say that the people right at the bottom of the pyramid are not doing that well. Of course, it's the opposing views, but if you have any views.
Yeah. No, so Prashant, I think it's logical that you would hear of opposing views for the simple reason that MFI is always a fine balance in trying to address a market that's growing because people the bottom of the pyramid need money, need credit, right? That's why you have the MFI product and the industry as a whole. The other side, if people can't repay, then you also have the baggage of bad loans. So it's always been a fine balance. From what you have, see, the good ones are so overvalued that you are ending up paying a price to book multiple at times, which would take years to justify. And that too assuming that there's a very secular linear growth for that period. So from that perspective, it is always going to be challenging to buy into these companies and make money in good times or in times where the credit cycle is looking positive. The sector has a PE re-rating of sorts. So I would look at some other NBFCs or core banking product players rather than the MFI thing. It's too narrow a pocket at this point to kind of be able to mitigate risk. And even the basket approach hasn't worked. People have tried buying all 4 or 5 companies in bits and parts and making sure that they have a geographical spread and a business model spread, but that also hasn't, to be honest, delivered. So the delta that you can create is not so high. So I would kind of watch it very keenly, but not allocate money at this point, given the fact that banks, simple PSU banks, which are turning around, even the laggards like PNB are looking so promising. So you've already seen shades of it in BOB, Canara Bank. The sparkle is there. So you probably have a better allocation there for the next couple of years.
Okay, all right. Keep an eye on the screen. We're up 35 points odd, but a far cry away from the 100 points that we saw earlier today. A couple of heavyweights. ITC, just take a look at that one. Nosedived, actually. ITC and HDFC, both of them relatively larger names. When they see a bit of a downtake, it puts some pressure on the index. HDFC, that's a larger weight in there. That as well, it's still in the green, but it's shaved up from the day's high. Perfect chart. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about, ITC as well as HDFC. Slip into a short break, come back. We'll talk all things market. Amit Gupta, Vice President and Fund Manager at ICICI Securities, PMS, will be joining in as well.